Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Last Clouded video. My name is DK, and today we're going to be going over the newest units, or actually units that will be dropping. Of course, we're only going to be talking about Ainz in this video. They haven't released the video for Albedo yet, so we'll go ahead and they'll probably upload later on tonight, which I'll probably do that video tomorrow. Just kind of going over the kits and kind of giving my opinions on, how good the unit could possibly be. So we do have Ainz here. We'll go ahead and watch the video now. If you guys did catch the live stream, you did see a lot that was happening. They did demonstrate the kit. They did demonstrated the unit. Man, absolutely love this art though. Let's see. All right, 9 hits S1, 16 hits S2, and 20 hits S1, S3. Sorry. Ugh. S4 is pretty nice. I do really like this. Man, I love the animation for this. Oh, it's so good, man. It's so clean. You know, honestly, let's kind of go back a little bit here. Before I actually didn't count the hit count is actually pretty good. So this is mostly all single wheeled. That goes like fast. That S2 is no, that's an S3. 20 hits, man. It's pretty wild. 9 hits S1. S2 being 16 hits is kind of crazy. 20 hits on the S3. Wow. I mean, he's not really a DPS. He's not really. Yeah, I love that animation. It's so clean. All right. Okay, so actually start going with Ainz's traits here. Now, like I said, he looks like he's gonna be more of the magic DPS. But you know, I'm kind of impressed with the amount of hits those S2 and S3 do have. I don't know how well he's gonna perform with physical damage or anything like that. So you know, at the end of the day, what really caught my attention is his non-attribute and his fire unique magic. They have very distinct sounds and the way they look. It really does pull you in a little bit as far as wanting to pull something like this. In terms of damage, I don't think he'll be better than Liliha. But you know, non-attribute magic is very good, and we don't have a lot of it. The last one would be Slagerbos, and before that it was Angela from the Trials of Mana Club, which actually I still really I use Angela in towers because of how quick her magic is casted, and it still clears out waves. Like it's not a bad unit. Very outdated in damage wise, but still I still use her. She's still on my main team on towers. I probably need to update that. But yeah, we do have a really nice attribute DPS for magic, and then also a very unique fire attack for magic as well. He does come with some other elements as well, but I really feel like this unit shines more with those two unique magic attacks. So going over his trait 1, we have continuous grand aura and ultra advanced circle effect, which only exists on him and Liliha. Which is very nice because we're going to be restoring that MP. Now he does have a skill on his board that does absorb a lot of MP, and if you do manage to pull the arc, it's an additional 20% more if you run the arc with him. So he is going to be pulling a lot of MP to make his magic attacks hit even harder. He also does have some built-in crit, so you know, honestly, I really feel like he's going to be a very good magic DPS in terms of non-attribute magic, and then the fire. I definitely am pretty excited to see, you know, how he performs outside of that. So we have Battle Start for each other living ally, boost magic attack and damage cap, and cut damage taken. And it tells you in parentheses here how this is going to work. So max damage is 60% for magic attack. Damage cap is 27k, and then damage taken is minus 30% at 9 allies. Now, this kind of gives you a description of how this works. If an ally unit is a grotesque type, which is undead, creature, beast, insect, stone, spirit, and dragon, it counts as 3 allies. So basically, you would just use mimics for this. Very low cost in the SC, very easy to obtain this. Of course, you're going to have allies supporting him with a few SC there to help him out. But still, I think it's very much worth it for 60% damage and even a damage reduction. Very nice. And then we also have the damage cap. For this trait 2, Ruler of Death, Wind Skill, Special Attacking, use units INT and enemy MND to determine damage. Very nice. So we are going to be hitting pretty hard here. I always like when stuff like this happens. You know, it just helps out a lot. Physical and magic damage and special damage is plus 30%, damage cap plus 10k. Although I do really like the way his special is, it's not reason why I would want to use this unit. The special damage is just not really, I really don't care for it, especially in mages. Damage taken from non-light attribute attacks is minus 20, which I mean it's fairly, I actually really like that. So anything other than light, he's gonna get a minus 20% reduction. Nullify insta-kill effects from enemies, excluding some insta-kill effects. So moving on to his actual skills. So trait 1 and 2 are actually pretty decent with a little bit of conditions here and there. He definitely has that percentage damage there. So for skill 1, we have reality slash. Now I do, like I said, I don't think that these are going to hit very hard. It's not probably why people are going to be using this unit, was for his skills. But I do like the hit count on each one. I believe it was 9. Oh, I forgot already. 16, 20, I think. Yeah, but anyways, they are still really good. They are different elements. So it looks like skill 1 is a non-attribute. Skill 2 is a thunder. Skill 3 is a dark. And the S4 is going to be a fire combo attack to all enemies. Not bad at all. Okay, so his kit's actually pretty simple. It's not too long. It's just a perfect amount of nice. So for his charisma, he does have a charisma. So it doesn't stack with other charismas. You can only use one at a time, but you can use anima, because these are attached to the allies and not the enemy. So all grotesque ally types are going to get a 3k cap on HP, physical attack damage plus 30%. Very nice to support the team. Only while unit is live, of course. When living 12 seconds after activation. Okay, so I do really... Okay, this is a niche skill. I do like it, though. I like it because it is unique in a lot of ways. I do like... it's almost like the... how can I put this? It's almost like a special, but not really a special. I did the math really quick based on what they showed us in the stream, and of course this damage can be amplified with enablers with other units. So that's not just it's not set in stone as far as damage, but we're based on what we saw in the demo. We were hitting I think 12.8 million on this whole event here. So basically you're going to use this to cast when living 12 seconds after the activation of it. It'll give you like kind of like an alert, not alert, but it'll tell you when to go. You give the unit an overlord buff once per wave. Overlord buff active next tier. So your next casted magic or special used damage. No one's gonna use special. Come on, no, absolutely not. So we're gonna make sure we use your magic. You're gonna get 150% damage, and you're also gonna get 300k cap. Of course, it's only once per wave, but it's still it's so cool to see that high of a magic hit being casted on an enemy. Was one of the things that really just kind of caught my attention. Of course, it's more of a PvE thing, but still really fun to use and really fun to watch. So I actually really like that at the end. I know people were like, oh, 12 seconds after activate. If you look at it in the sense of like more of like a final big hit, I think it's really cool. For maximize magic, tier magic MP cost is going to be 75% for that increased damage of 100% and an additional 30k cap. Very nice. Again, he is going to be absorbing a lot of MP, so building him high MP is very important. He does have that very nice ultra circle, so that's going to help him recover his MP pretty quickly. So it might not be a big issue. Preparations, battle wave start. When revived on boss wave, special gauge is plus 20%. Boss wave, special damage plus 200, and damage cap plus 50k. Again, it's special damage. Really, I mean, why not, right? If you're gonna use it. It is a special. It's actually not a bad special either. So yeah, 200% is really nice. So maybe it's like a guaranteed cap. Who knows? We'll have to test it on something a little bit. Maybe I would like to test it on something a little bit more on the red side to see what it actually does in terms of damage. Boosted magic whenever hitting an attribute weakness with the skill / magic attack, boost physical and magic attack and special damage and damage cap. Max damage is 50% and 20k cap. Very nice. All we have to do is nuke the weakness and boom, we instantly get this. Not a very high conditional for something like this, especially at 50% additional damage and the 20k cap. Very nice. So we have a very nice little package here. Giant Perch 2, MP up max. Magic of 4, Arcane. All this stuff is supporting for stats. That's for bosses over there. Moonlight 2, very nice. I'm glad they did that instead of 1 because we don't really have Moonlight 2. So you can stack Moonlight 1 for that int 20%. Staff High Boost, Staff Giga, nice, nice. All really good. And very expensive stuff, so I'm glad it's free. Rope Giga, high level Magic Chant. Okay, very nice. Auto Recast, Immovable Object, Sorcerer's Mindset 2. Mind Pierce, I really like that one a lot. It's one of my favorites, especially for Magic users. It attacks M&D. We love that. Auto Crit. I do like that they put Auto Crit on here because, again, that's expensive. They didn't put anything like Auto Crit 3, 2, or 1 on here, so you'll have to spend for that. But if you're thinking like, oh, he might struggle capping or reaching those percentages, building him crit wouldn't be a bad idea either, because crit is also built into his E6. So this will help out with that too. I think he's going to be fine, honestly, on capping. I think he's going to perform really good, guys. I really do. Maglion, Human Geyser, which is outstanding to have. I'm really curious to see how non-attribute hits these guys, like hit someone in Arena or GVG. I'm not going to rule it out, but I would like to see it. It's rare that we get to see magic like that hit. So I'm actually kind of curious. Convergence, very nice survivability. Special boost 3, we could have done without. Death God, I know it's part of the game, part of the collab, the anime, but the skill is just so blah. I don't really care for Death God. It's such a low chance to insta kill, and it's not even worth. With damage and DPS that we have currently right now, people will breathe and kill an enemy at this point. So I really don't. Death God was a waste of a skill. We could have definitely done something more. And honestly, judging by what I'm seeing here, Pose of Honor, Beast Repellent, we have Fire Attack Raise 4 and Non-Attribute Attack Raise 4. Again, so instead of Death God, we could have done Non-Attribute Attack Raise, maybe a Non-Attribute High Drive. I mean, something different, maybe supporting more of the fire and attack. As you kind of see that they want to support the two skills that they provided, especially because they're built just for him. They want to support it, but I feel like it's lacking that support. So it should have been a little bit more on the fire and non-attribute. Honestly, I would have been totally fine if he was just fire magic DPS and non-attribute, and they concentrated more on those two versus having absolute zero Nether Tempest and X-Radiant. Honestly, at the end of the day, I really don't care, because you have like units like what's her name? I can't even think right now. Eliza, she's basically only fire. I mean, and you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I don't hate it, but I also, just because I like the unique skills that he comes with, I'd rather them concentrate more on the fire and the non-attribute side. Just would have been a lot more fun, honestly. And we would have had to spend less SC with, and had more free stuff. It's a personal preference, really, honestly. Giga Week, Absolute Zero, Nether Tempest, and X-Radia. X-Radia is still really good. I do really like that. Nether Tempest, of course, we already know. Nether Tempest is very highly used, especially with the Sandworm arc. Absolute Zero and whatever. But again, guys, I really did enjoy the demonstration that they showed with these two new attacks. So for his E6, definitely highly recommend you E6 this unit. A chance for all magic attacks to deal crits. Again, more crit. Don't know what the chance is going to be. Staff equip, physical and magic attack 10%, 5k cap, special damage 30%. I really don't care for this. Could have definitely been something else. Fire weak point breakthrough, very nice. 5k cap, attribute weakness with fire. But then when equipped with one weapon or no weapon, damage cap is 10k. So he's only going to be using probably a staff unless you're dual wielding them for skills, which I doubt it. This is very nice. All casting speed, very nice. All magic casting speed is 20%, nice. All attribute plus 15, very nice. And then tier magic attack 20k. Yeah, it definitely has a damage cap. Right here, like these right here. We're gonna go ahead and just, yeah, these are, I love these new attacks. It's just so, I love the non-attribute. The non-attribute looks so mean. And the sound that this fire one makes is so intense. I really love what they did here. Yeah, no. And they're so quick. They're so quick. True Dark and Hellfire, absolutely phenomenal magic pieces. I love it. And then this one gives you more cap. Holy crap. I love it. I love it. Going over the arc here, we have arc trait, attack magic, MP cost plus 20. Again, like I said, he is going to have a lot of MP gaining from his ultra circle. So, don't really know how much this is going to affect him, but he is getting, if you're going to run this arc with him, and the only reason why I say that is because there's not a lot of magic arcs that do magic damage. There's very few, especially with newer players, especially newer players returning for this collab specifically. This arc is going to be a must for him, just because there's not much you can use immediately. So magic attack MP, I don't think it's going to be too much, but again, 75 plus is 20%. It's kind of a lot of, you're pulling there. But damage is 30% and a nice little 5k cap. Nullify instant kill effects is so weird, because I think he already has it in his kit. And then undead type only, all attribute damage taken minus 15. It's such a weird trait. The only thing I really like is the first sentence. Other than that, I can care less about the rest. I do like the learnable skills. All of them are unique. Only one returning, which is very nice. And Cloak of Majesty is actually great for PvP. So, and it could help you in PvE as well. So Guardian of Nazarick, we have activate effects of skill ruler Nazarick. The skill itself has no effect. Okay, so you'll have to equip this and then equip the ruler of Nazarick on a unit. So when the unit that has this equipped, I'm gonna read this out to you. When unit is the only ally with this skill set, boost damage and cut damage taken. So you have to run both of these. Okay. When unit is the ally with this skill set, boost damage and cut damage taken based on the number of other allies with the skill Guardian of. Okay. So 3 units are running this. Okay. So units have to run Guardian to get this to max out. They do this a lot with collabs. It's not very highly used. It could be decent though. I mean, 15% taken and 30%. I don't know. It depends on how much it costs. When it comes down to stuff like this, it just depends on how much it costs. We don't know what the SE cost is. So until then, we'll make a decision on whether that's good or not. But it is unique. Overlord, get undead type, magic attack damage cap is 3k. Non-stacking magic damage cap 3k. Okay, cool. It's very simple. It's 6k, right? Magic attack cap, yep. And then slash non-magic attack. I was hoping you combine that. Yeah. Int plus. Int plus 100. Simple, right? Okay, cool. If it's 1 SC, that's great. But we all know it's going to be 2 to 3. Shadow enhance, dark attack damage is plus 10, and magic attack damage is plus 15. I love shadow enhance. It's great. We've been getting a lot of dark support for dark attacks. So I love that we're getting all that dark support. So whoever other future dark units, it's going to benefit them. And again, Cloak of Majesty is a returning skill. The last thing here is the AAR. Now, I'm already going to tell you I'm not a big fan of this AAR. I love the arc art, though. For the AAR, Ring of Ainz Gown, give undead type. Battle start, boost skill, and magic damage based on the number of undead types. You are... I don't know. It's very niche in so many ways. MP is pretty low. STR is 54 and 77. He does have a nice little light attribute plus 5 and a silent resist. So it does have pretty good attribute resistance and ailment resistance. I just don't really care for the actual trait itself. I would probably never use this, to be totally honest with you. Even with the MP being as low as it is. Yeah, no. Great arc though. But not always. Usually it's either the arc bad and then the AR is good, or I don't know. It's one or the other. Sometimes it's both. Sometimes it's good. In this case, no, not for me. Maybe for others, especially newer players that need something like this. Sure, why not? But definitely don't chase this arc specifically for this. It's just not worth it. All right, guys. So that's actually the last of the video here. It's a pretty short one. Overall, I think he's great. If you are lacking that mage, I don't know. Maybe a lot of you guys got Lilith at the anniversary. They had her free, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I got her early on, so I don't remember. All my everything was grayed out for me. All I got was a God Prism. But overall, I think he's great, man. I really do. I like him. PvE. I mean, I kind of want to see what he does in PvP, but I just don't think it might not be there. It might be there at the end of the day. I don't know. We have to test, unfortunately, on the PvP side. But if I were to say, yeah, I think he's great. If you don't have a mage, he's definitely a good one to have. Non-attribute is always good to have in your roster. It really is. I think he definitely is a pull. I wouldn't go broke over him. I would definitely use your tickets first. Maybe do some daily singles. I don't know. But like again, starting new players, this is a great mage to start off with. He does have a lot to help him sustain himself without many skills being attached. And actually, a lot of these skills that you can attach them are on our SR arcs. You can run book too to help you with the MP recovery. If you get the arc, that's great too as well. Yeah, it really is a really decent character. I like him a lot. I'm probably gonna pull for him, just because I like the non. I'm a huge fan of non-attribute magic. Absolutely love it. I think I pulled for every non-attribute mage out there, whether he's good or bad. I just really like the units. Again, one of my favorite units is a non-attribute unit, Bayland. So I guess I'm just kind of drawn to it really. The fact that he has human geyser too is pretty awesome. He has decent survivability. I really like him. So guys, if you do pull for him, you're definitely not missing out. I mean, um, definitely grabbing something good that, and it will hold you for a while in terms of magic DPS. Um, yeah, no, I like it. I like it. All right, guys. Well, if you guys enjoyed today's video, go ahead and like and subscribe. Of course, as always, it helps me out. And I will see you guys on the next video, which will be probably tomorrow when she drops her trailer. Because I'm going to wait for that. But guys, again, you have a great night. Be safe, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace.